people were taken to court. So if you come and be talking again, the police is already handling the matter. So you should just keep quiet. But what the PR will say is, refer back to what my principal have done in the past. These are his position, and we are reiterating it as his spokespeople. And leave it at that. Let me tell you the truth. If the king comes out tomorrow and talk, some people will believe him, some people will not believe him. So, and I will always give this analogy. Someone that goes to the toilet to go and do the do, number 5, and he comes out, and some people point to him that you did not clean your house when you come out, and you are in the midst of crowd. Are you going to open your yash for them to see and inspect whether you're cleaning or not? You tell them, fuck off. You go. Because you know you've cleaned it anyways. You fuck off. Because if he has done all those things that he has done, and he put it there, that should be enough suffice for him until in future there is another evidence to really prove and presentable that, oh, king has been giving misinformation. That is what I will do. Really, for me, that is what I will do, without any form of prejudice, because we must also look at this as me, and I see it so difficult to go on AIT, go on CNN to be talking about cases like this. All well to me, I am not a public figure. Now, if a public figure go out to be saying such thing, it might not augur well, but there are procedures, and I think the king have followed those procedures ever in the past. You know, people forget things easily. People only latch on new things. Someone just came out from the blues, singing like a nightingale bird, and people already believe the person. The question is, even if the person you are accused comes out to sing like that, will you believe? You will still not believe. But in this case, which is related to DNA, I think all of us, as one, should clamor that the family should go and do the DNA, whether positive or negative. Let us see it. Whether it's going to be a Jankara result, Aba result, Otangora result, or Otigba result, or Oja Bere result. Let them even do something and let us see it. We should stop accusing people when we don't even have evidence. But a strong evidence is an evidence of a DNA result. The court have adjudicated on this matter. It was the agreement that the court, this is the agreement, this was, and they've agreed. If there is anything that have changed, they know how to go back to the court and get this done. But what the public want, do what you say you want to do. And don't forget, Baba Mohbad said, he knows who killed his son in one of his rhetorics, that when they do DNA, he will tell us. Now, I believe by now that postmortem results have failed everybody and failed them and have indicted them. They should try to redeem by themselves by doing what? Go and do that DNA ASAP and come and tell us who killed your son. Do that DNA ASAP and carry this as passion over this innocent young man. I'll call him a young man because people's talk have turned Liam to a man that has a lot of controversy over him. Carry as passion over an innocent young man and let it rest. And let's face whatever killed his son. That would be what I would do. Thank you very much.
A very wicked lady. If you're here, let's have you. Very wicked.
I don't really want to talk like that. But what I want to say, I'm here. Good morning, good afternoon. What I want to say is that, to be sincere, people are mixing things up. Talking about why they arrested this Arifa and Veronica. It is very different. What they arrest them for is what crime over. It is not about the DNA. And to be sincere, there is a lot of narrative out there about Oba being the owner of the baby, blah, 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 like this. Oba has never cleared himself concerning the baby. He only cleared himself concerning what crime Mohbad. And I feel he needs to do more. Maybe since he has been arresting those that lied, about arrest more people if that is his own way. I'll take
èèyàn mọ̀wé lọ́mọdé kó lọ sí
what happened on
terminology
this
school
platform,
mi ò
that's
ní
the matter.
bèrè
Come
question
and talk about
ológun kó
I think
olódo.
ẹni tí mo sọ lọ́jọ́ yẹn pé kò ń bá rí fábẹ́bẹ̀ ni o òun gan accuse má yẹn o ó ló ṣí ọmọ ó bá bẹ̀bẹ̀ tọ́jọ́ kejì ó sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ lẹ́nu ọmọ òfò mọ̀ pé irọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń bá yẹ ẹ kò dénú gbogbo yín.
ẹ káàárọ̀ gbogbo
ó ká ní
ilé
kò
o
dénú wọn o kò dénú wọn o
àwọn eléyìí ó
wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ kó fi
pété
àjà ìfẹ́ kò dénú wọn o.
yorùbá dẹ̀ no here òyìnbó dẹ̀ no here.
Ṣọlákè ẹ wọlé
ẹ káàárọ̀ ọmọ máa sọ
báwo lẹ ṣe
kátikáti.
máa wá ń jí wa wò ó ẹ wọlé come inside
táwọn èèyàn kan máa ń jí wa wò ni.
àárọ̀ ń sáfárà. ẹ
kátikáti.
wọlé wá. àwọn abunú.
ẹ má ní kọ́ wọlé fearless
Òyìnbó.
ẹ̀yin ó di lálábòsí máa ń wà ẹ jẹ́ ó jókòó sáyè wọn.
òyìnbó ní problem òyìnbó wọn lè kàwé kan understand wọn ò mọ meaning nǹkan wọn á kọ jump into conclusion ní boiling bee irọ́ boiling bee mo àti born again àtàrà àdúrà mo ṣe kọ́ ọ wọlé tó bá ti fẹnu wọn sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ tó ti jábọ́ tó ti kọjá ìwò tó ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ikú tó payà àti ṣà kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan he is welcome ẹ wọlé olúwa mú èrò ọkọ̀ yìí.
ẹ jẹ́ kémi bọ́lẹ̀ kí kéde wọlé.
ó sì ẹ̀wọ̀n ó sì rí ó sì gbàtà ní kéèyàn wọlé tẹ́lí kí ló sọ lọ́wọ́ tọ̀ wá ẹgbà mi kẹ́ àdúrà ní fọmọ ọlọ́run kókó bẹ́ẹ̀rì kẹ̀ níbo lẹ ti rí kókó bẹ́ẹ̀rì látọdún wo kókó bẹ́ẹ̀rì hey sister where have you been Ṣọlákẹ́ ẹ wọlé bí èèyàn kan sì mo ní kán wọlé kán jókòó lúwa mú èrò ọkàn ó ní kí lòun ò ṣe nígbà tẹ́yìn náà mọ̀ pé èrò ọkàn yín ò dá ẹ wọlé kẹ́ ẹ jókòó ẹ má wọlé ẹ fọkànbalẹ̀ tea or coffee cookie or bread ètò ẹ bá fẹ́ ní kẹ́ sọ ẹ wọlé we no dey bite ẹ kọtínú ìjàre ènìyàn burú àbọ̀lé bíi ti lókè.
Hello, everybody.
Bọ́lí bí ní sẹ́ happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
ṣé Ṣọlákẹ́ là ń rí kó falálẹ̀ ṣé ó là ń rí kó fan.
No, mo kàn ń kí wọn jẹ bọ́ kọjá wọ́n kọjá lọ ni wọ́n ní
wọ́n kọjá ni ṣẹ́ṣì wà lórí friends ẹ wọlé ẹ wọlé ilé bàbá ọmọ kì í bọmọ lẹ́rù.
kì í bọmọ lẹ́rù wọlé wọlé Ṣọlákẹ́ wọlé ilé ọmọ ilé bàbá ọmọ kì í bọmọ lẹ́rù
wọlé. ẹ má bọ̀ mí.
tó bá ṣe láàánú yẹn wọ́n máa bà wọ́n lẹ́rù o.
ẹ ti ṣe
ẹ má ẹbí láìpẹ́ ẹ má dẹ́rù bà wọ́n gẹ́sìtì mi o ẹ má dẹ́rù bà wọ́n gẹ́sìtì mi o ẹ má wọ́n gẹ́sìtì mi wọlé.
ẹ wọlé mà ẹ tó bá ti bí ìyá yín dá tó bá ti bí ìyá president wà ń bẹ tó bá ti bí ìyá yín dá.
tó bá ti jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ bàbá wọn àti ìyá wọn ló bára wọn sùn tó fi bí wọn àwọn wọlé wa.
tó bá pẹ́ yín celebrate Mother's Day lẹ́nìí tó bá bí ilẹ̀ wọlé.
ẹ wọlé
ẹ máa bọ̀ ń bí.
ẹ má dá gbogbo wọn lóhùn best friend mi.
ẹ
wọlé jàre.
bí ìtẹ̀ mọ́ Ṣọlákẹ́ wọn kí ni wèrè máa ń sọ kí ló máa ń sọ.
Ṣọlákẹ́ wo ó gbúdọ̀ mọ nǹkan tó máa ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́
èmi kàn gò pẹ̀lú
kọ́sítọ́mù olórí bídèmí ni bó ṣe wà ẹ́ olórí bídèmí ò lè stand man yẹn láti bí bàí sílẹ̀ Ṣọlákẹ́ bó ṣe rí yẹn.
Ṣọlákẹ́ I don't even know the video. ọ̀rọ̀ òun náà ló máa ń sọ.
tó bá gbóhùn ẹ̀ wàá mọ̀ pé òun ni. àwọn bàbá àjà lára àbùkà àwọn bàbá òfò
èpè lọ́kùnrin máa gbà wọ́n síra mi. gbogbo èpè lókùtà máa gbà kò sí kan
èpè lọ̀rọ̀ wọn gbà.
èpè àti cruise ó tó lórí burúkú ni gbogbo yín ẹ ti ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ti parí ọ̀rẹ́ bí ẹni pé kò
ṣẹlẹ̀
ṣe
tí gbọ́ àwágàn ò ní gbà fún yín.
èpè lépè ni èpè ni tépè bá ti
gbogbo
pa
wọn máa
wọ́n
yọjú ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ máa wá yọjú.
tí èpè bá ti ń pa wọ́n lẹ́yọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan gbogbo wọn máa sá lọ.
ẹ máa yọjú ẹ̀ nílé wọlé kí ẹ̀dẹ̀rù ṣe máa ń bà ní agagẹ̀yìn ọkùnrin ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ sùn pé yunifásitì ọkùnrin ni mí náà pé kí wọ́n ti máa bẹ̀rù yín.
ẹ̀rọ kan tó wá ṣe wọ́n èpè yẹn ti pa wọ́n to the point pé wọ́n rọ̀rọ̀ sọ̀gán.
ọwọ́ wèrè àwọn àṣìndẹ.
aṣefọ́nira lánàá
Bẹ̀ǹtìdó.
mass burial gan la ṣe fún wọn
kásù
a
tí
kó gbogbo wọn papọ̀ ni a kó gbogbo
ok
wọn
ẹ pa gbogbo wọn pọ̀ ẹ
apá
gbé
gbogbo
wọn sí
wọn pọ̀ ni
kásikẹ́ẹ̀tì wọn lẹ gbé wọn sí ṣé kò ṣe sáìzì kásikẹ́ẹ̀tì
níbo kásikẹ́ẹ̀tì
Mohbad
kẹ̀ ìyàwó
ńlá
èèyàn
ni
gidi ló
ńlá
lo
lẹ gbé wọn sí.
kásikẹ́ẹ̀tì àná a ṣe mass burial fáwọn èèyàn
owó ẹ̀ tẹ̀ fi wọ́n sí kásikẹ́ẹ̀tì inú ẹni lẹ gbé wọn sí ẹni.
àdàwọ́rù kòtò kọ́ bá dòrùn pa wá lórí títọ́kì.
inú ẹni lẹ kó wọn sí ẹ̀fọ́.
olórí burúkú ẹ̀dá àwọn ẹni òfò nǹkan tọmọlọmọ rà gbà wọn kí ló dé tẹ bá rí bó ṣe ya máàpù ayé àwọn ọmọ wọn láì ṣe lìyàwó ìdẹ́lẹ̀ ń jà fún bàbá ẹ̀
tó bá tẹ̀ tí ń bú Liam yẹn ẹ má máa fi taratara sí i tó bá ti fi taratara sí i ẹ má dàbí pé ó ń dùn yín ẹ kò máa bú lọ.
a máa fi
wọn ò rí nǹkan
taratara
ṣe
sí a máa fi
táwọn wèrè yìí ò máa
taratara
rí.
sí ìyá mi a máa fi taratara sí abiyamọ ní gbogbo wa abiyamọ ní gbogbo wa kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ a ti dákẹ́ fún wọn tó a wò pé ká má máa ṣe bí ipò dùn àtọ́ máa bọ́mọ yẹn a wá rí i pé no ó gets to worst.
wọn ò rí nǹkan ṣe
we need to face them we need to face them.
àní wọn ò rí nǹkan sọ mọ́ kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́.
ọjọ́ yà á sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá bọ́mọ yẹn a máa dákẹ́ àkí sọ̀rọ̀ but it's getting worse we need to face them word for word really see you mention Liam pẹ́rẹ́ ikú pa ẹ́.
ó ti di wọ́wọ́wọ́.
kí ló dé èdè fọmọlọmọ sílẹ̀ kí ló dé èdè báwọn ọmọ ti yẹ ọmọ ọdún méjì.
At this point, yeah, anybody that is actually mentioning Liam doesn't have anything to say. They're not thinking with their brain. You know, in all these things don't share as in at this point, at this stage, and then you mentioning Liam, you're not okay. So even if you are saying whatever about Liam, we just say that you're not normal. Like, come on now. So many things, so many people. Even K-Mot, Abikilokwe, woman Thomas Jobi Wiri. K-Mot Court, Lorukwe. Overcooked turkey. I saw her today. Kudi, yeah. She came out today. They were talking about Liam. They were talking about something else. So, they were talking about things that actually matters, like, at the point. So if you are a host on the other side and you're talking about Liam, trust me, you are dead on arrival. Like, I don't even know how to actually qualify your stupidity. Because ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ kò is not coherenting with whatever is happening. Ọ̀tọ̀ nǹkan tó ń sọ ń sìn ọ̀rọ̀ owó ọ̀rọ̀ owó ló ń sọ ń sìn ọ̀rọ̀ owó gbogbo owó tí bàbá yẹn ti kó jẹ gbogbo owó tí kan ní nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ síbì kan ọ̀rọ̀ kí ló kọ wèrè ìkébè super nǹkan tó ń sọ nìyẹn kí ló kọ Liam pẹ̀lú gbogbo ilé ìtàn àbọ̀ òǹṣì èrè.
ìkébè super yẹn gan kí ló sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Liam. mo ní kébè super yẹn gangan ni ẹni tó wà ní òun ni chairman wọn tó ń discuss Liam lánàá.
ó sọ̀rọ̀ ó bú Liam ìkébè super ò ní bú Liam o mo ti one thing about Ikebe Super that I've listened to, Ikebe Super doesn't go for people. Ikebe Super will say something that will make people to go for people. But òun fún rẹ̀ ò ní go for people. But I play King Bonkotoso. No, anyway, because I've listened to him so many times. He's actually smart in that aspect. Like, òun ò kì í fẹ́ go for people. Sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kan ní èmi ò mọ̀ ń pa yẹn o, ẹ máa nú sí pé èmi ò mọ̀ ń pa yẹn o. Nǹkan tẹ́mi kàn mọ̀ ni pé a sọ in a way tó pé.
Body B, I agree with you pé kò ní wá fún Liam, but with Ọmọwùnmí
I've heard
ó ti wá fún
so many times.
Ọmọwùnmí, ó ti wá fún Ọmọwùnmí, ó ti wá fún Àdúrà, because ìgbà tó máa sọ́nsìn ó ní kú Mohbad, ṣé wò gbọ́ pé ó ní kú Mohbad between Ọmọwùnmí àti Àdúrà ní kú Mohbad wà ní.
Ó máa ń wá fọmọwùnmí, ó máa ń wá fọmọwùnmí.
Ó máa ń wá
fọmọwùnmí àti àwọn àtàwọn yẹn
búùsì ẹ̀ làwọn yẹn. Bastard tó pé yẹ kì í ṣe pé wá fún pẹ̀lú bastard tó pé yẹ. Tóní ọ̀tá ẹ̀ máa kọ̀mítì kínní.
Ó sọ pé ilé àmà kọ̀mítì.
Ó sọ pé ọ̀tá ilé àmà kọ̀mítì.
Ó lè pẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n ṣọ́bí mi ẹ̀yìn gan ẹ̀gbọ́n kínní yẹn.
Okay, ẹ ká gbọ́.
Ó yẹ play.
Ẹ ká gbọ́ because ìtẹ́bi ti máa ń bí ó ti wá ti ṣe wèrè ń sìn o of recent because I've not really heard him of recent. But èyí tí mo ti ń gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ mo máa ń rí bóyá máa ń sọ tó bá sọ pé even before even of recent gan ló ṣe àwọn afọ́tẹ́mís platform before tó bá sọ dárúkọ tẹ́mí platform mi ò mọ̀ ń pa yẹn o you know anything tó bá sọ pé tó bá throw anything sí nípa fracas á ní mi ò mọ̀ ń pa yẹn
tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá dá dúró ọlọ́pàá máa dá dúró pa tó bá sọ pé what is your tó sọ pé Liam Aloba á ní no you are not sure that's not your father. Ó bá pé gbọ́n kan tó sọ.
Wọ́n máa tún sí pé ní báwo ẹ máa ṣe máa tún sí pé ní àwọn kankan tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ tún yẹ ká ti sọ tó ti kọjá ẹ sọ ọkọ tó wà nílẹ̀ ẹ sọ fámìlì àwọn tó wà nílé kí ni ó dé tí wọ́n ṣe ń protect àwọn 15 yẹn. Why are they protecting those guys in the house? Know your glass. Why are they protecting them? Wọ́n mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ protect àwọn ọmọ yẹn they are destroying their future. Àwọn èèyàn ò lè lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la bá ṣe wà yẹn náà. Because the conscience máa máa disturb life wọn. Wọ́n máa disturb life àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Àwọn èèyàn ò ní life bá ṣe wà yẹn o. Tẹ́ bá rí wọn PTT láìsọ òtọ́ọ̀tọ̀ tó pa Mohbad òkú lẹ̀ ń wò ó rí èèyàn. Tẹ́ bá rí àwọn yẹn ní PTT tọ́ rìn káàkiri òkú lẹ̀ ń rí wọn rí èèyàn ọ̀hún títà àwọn ẹ̀ bá sọ òótọ́.
These people are so funny.
Ọmọ yẹn kéré náà àná náà mo fẹ́ gbé nǹkan tó wẹ́ẹ̀bì tó yẹn. Àná náà lè gbèsè lọ́fẹ́ gbèsè àyàdà. Èèyàn gidi mélòó tẹ̀lé bàbá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Ẹ̀rú máa bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́ọ̀dì nínà. Ó fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú Mohbad. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, òye tó bá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ tó bá bá wọn ṣe bísínẹ́sì. Òye tó bá fẹ́ bá wọn sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ wo orú ọmọ Liam yẹn.
Ọmọ yẹn sì máa wọ sí ìgbọ́n. Ìtọ́sí ẹ̀ máa gbọ́ tó máa gbọ́ pé ọmọ yẹn lọ commit suicide. Fáàtì mo sọ fún yín yẹn. Nítorí ọmọ yẹn máa bá ń lẹ̀. Níjọ́ tó ọmọ yẹn bá.
Òun kọ́ ló sọ náà ẹ ti gbọ́ sí. Ènìyàn sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dúró ẹ ṣe ti pọ̀ sẹ̀. Èyí tó kọ́ ló sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀.
Àwa ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn ilé ní mental problem. Ìwé mẹ́wàá ń gbọ́ sórí tó ń wo fídíò tó ń ka mẹ́sẹ̀ tó ń gbọ́ sórí tó ń wo fídíò. Káwọ́ pa ṣé òun náà ní kíní nǹkan tó ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ sí ọmọ yẹn ò lè balance. Àbí tí a bá lọ delete gbogbo nǹkan táwọn ti ń sọ for the past 2 years lórí social media. Ọmọ yẹn ò ní access ní kọ́lù.
Gbogbo yín ẹ̀kọ́ sí access ní. Ṣé orúkọ tó máa jẹ́ nìyẹn? Ṣé orúkọ tó máa jẹ́ àbí face wà lójú ẹ̀ ní? Ẹgbẹ́ yẹn ti ẹ̀ ọ̀nà sáà.
Kí ṣe àdó ọ̀tọ́mọ yẹn máa lọ ó máa rí picture ẹ̀ náà ó máa rí fídíò ẹ̀ náà.
Wàá ti jẹ́
ó máa rí fáwọn èèyàn sọ́ńpà ẹ̀ náà.
Ẹ̀fẹ́ gbò tọrọ. On a very good day tó bá ti ń gọ́gbó orúkọ tó mọ̀ tó bá ti ń dàgbà kò sí tó máa gbé súnmọ́ ara nǹkan tó wà lẹ́yìn. Ìjọ tẹ̀ sí ń lọ mélòó ni ló ti gọ́gbó orúkọ mọ́ sí yín? Ìjọ tẹ̀ ti wà láyé fẹ́ gbọ́ngàn.
Àwa technology ń develop every day.
Àwọn ilé yìí ẹni tó lọ mọ́ gangan tó ti mọ tó wà nílẹ̀ tó fẹ́ kọ́mọ yẹn dé bá a ti máa wọ́n náà àti rí pé kò ní nǹkan tí ò ní jẹ́ kó tiẹ̀ link ẹ mọ́.
Uncle Yomi, human beings are Mr. Yomi. Yes, human beings with Mr. Yomi. This is a controversial case. This is a controversial case. Kò
sí bó ṣe lè clean mess yìí tó ọmọ yẹn máa débà ṣe mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn máa débà ní ìdí
ọmọ yẹn máa débà sọ̀rọ̀ kó ẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yà.
ó máa débà
láti máa bí ẹ̀yìn máa
ó ti wà messy beyond ó ti wà messy beyond kéèsì tá a ti ń fà láti 2023 àti ìfọ̀kìnní ìbọ̀ láti 2023.
Madam Fumi lábẹ́ bó tilẹ̀ òun kó rí the Nigerian society we are who we are. Whatever it is, me, so you couldn't deba, me, so go, but I'm telling you that I want someone to one leg to protect, protect the mental health of it.
I think, bro, I know this guy is just manipulating people. Oh, no, Made, oh, Nico Madeba, oh, Nico the Deba.
Whatever the case may be, Toba point here, every time I watch a video call, one of my original my daddy motto. That was the boy is being fed with a different story. They can be careful to Tony. They will find a way to change. I want only block. One block it over block. That's not about you. Toba to case is causing. I don't know that was in the next 10 years. Because you were public space. Tó jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ bí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí láìpẹ́ mọ́ in the next 10 years. Ṣé ìgbé orúkọ mi lọ? Ó ti wọ̀ lú mi lọ. Ṣèbí ìyá ni ò lè travel. In the next 2-3 years, in case everybody die down, tí ó fi láṣà pé yóò lè travel. Wọ́n lọ sí bóyá bí irú Canada tó wà ní àdúgbò kan bẹ̀ tó ń lo orúkọ mi. Wọ́n ṣe gbọ́ ẹ̀. Ó ti lọ nìyẹn. Orúkọ ẹ̀ tó bá bẹ̀ ṣe ẹ̀. Tó dẹ̀ ń gbé sọ́dọ̀ àwọn fámìlì ẹ̀ àti ìwé padà tó. Ó sì yẹn.
Hello, Mr. Yomi, ṣé rí nǹkan tí mo lè tún sọ sórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni pé tó bá jẹ́ pé nǹkan tẹ̀ sọ yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé a ti gbọ́ náà lẹ́nu one of the journalists ní Nàìjíríà pé ìgbà tí Wùmí tó fẹ́ try láti smuggle ìwà rẹ̀ jáde wípé ó ti lọ ṣe passport kò dẹ̀ fi orúkọ alọ́ba sí ó dẹ̀ ti change Sunday mọ́ ara títẹ̀ náà like kò forúkọ alọ́ba sí then orúkọ tí gbogbo wa rò bóyá ó ń jẹ́ òun kọ́ ló ń jẹ́ lórí passport yẹn I don't know, maybe everybody is hearing me. Hello?
I can hear you clearly.
So fún nǹkan tẹ̀yìn sọ yẹn o there is tendency pé irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ lè ṣẹlẹ̀ but kò sí ni amárẹ́yàn tó máa pọ̀ mọ́ yìí ìjókòó tó máa sọ pé ìyá ò ṣáà lè change face mọ́ Wùmí face can be changed again kò dẹ̀ lè sọ pé nǹkan lòun ni Liam kò sí báyẹn lè clean gbogbo mẹ́sì yìí tó fi Ṣàyọ̀mí for the fact tí Wùmí ò lè change àfi tó bá lọ bu àbàjá sójú tí Wùmí bá ti lè lọ bu àbàjá sójú ìmùgàn kó bu àbàjá jù báyẹn lọ ọ̀ kó máa dàjà in fact mi ti rí because the case is actually messy it's all over everywhere tó yẹ pé wọ́n ti fi ṣèwé sórí Amazon tó ti ń ta ìwé justice for Mohbad lórí Amazon kò sí ni wọ́n máa pẹ́ ọmọ yẹn jókòó lọ́jọ́ kan kó gbé ọmọ yẹn lọ kó gbé kọjá Amẹ́ríkà gan wọ́n máa ọmọ yìí jókòó wọ́n máa sọ fún pé báyìí ní ìrìnàjò ọmọ mi ẹ̀ ṣe rí wọ́n máa ṣàlàyé fún.
Èmi sọ fún yín the other side pé èyí kọ́lẹ̀.
Yes, Ọ̀pẹ̀yẹmí.
Oye yín, I protect the mental health ọmọ yẹn even if tó bá ṣe pé torí gbogbo nǹkan. The right of that child is that his mental health should be protected. And let me be honest with you, on a normal day, the right thing to be done, when you're talking about the right of that child to preserve his mental health, mental breakdown, so the right thing for anybody, advice therapy, is that this child is a child, he's a toddler, he has no so if you maintain this name with this child,
Mr. Yomi, ẹ má yà wọ́n ní brain jàre. Ẹ ti ń go too far jù.
Èmi ò
má fún wọn ní brain kankan.
Ẹ máa gbọ́.
Àwọn ẹwẹ́sà wọ́n ronú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ronú yẹn.
Mr. Kayode, I'm an activist. I am not a selective activist. The right of a child.
I know.
The debt to owe every child is protection.
Yeah, that's the one.
Wọ́n lè fún wọn yìí, bàbá.
Nítorí we don't understand the thing ṣe nu just tó bá tó yé yín tí mo ṣe nevertheless pé I'm doing what is right under the law bóyá kò ṣe rí lèmi ṣe mi ìwà ṣojú ṣáájú This child is extremely innocent.
Anybody say
Yeah, we never found out when it from God. Could you put here why involved?
You will never say anything derogatory or whatever. I'm telling you something. I've listened to him so many times. Or Thomas okay makes sense. Nǹkan tó sọ fún àwọn pípé látẹ̀ nǹkan kò kí make sense. Ó kàn ń sọra bàràbàràbàrà kò fẹ́ sí ọ̀tọ̀ ń sọ. Ó kàn ń sọ kàtìkàtì ni kò ní dá sí fully. I'm telling you. I've listened to him so many times.
I was started picturing like, why imagine pé irú life wo ni Wùmí ìfẹ́ gbé gọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ tó bá at the end of the day pé àwa padà wá rí justice bóyá àwa fi justice yìí lẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
I know. See, listen. I know that. See, this guy is just. You know this guy is looking for money from these people. This guy is actually very, very smart. If you listen to him very, very well, he's very smart. I want to say, don't mind chipping here. Now, just for them to stay comfortable, say, oh, activist bring anybody down. And you couldn't bring it down, sir. I'm telling you, okay makes sense.
I don't really understand.
So you have to be soft in that and what people hear me. Ọlọ́run bá ń gbọ́. Láti gbowó lọ́wọ́ wọn ni. Kò dá sí nǹkan tó ń sọ. Ọlọ́run ọba. Tẹ bá ní sí nǹkan tó ń sọ dáadáa. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ ò make sense. Gbogbo nǹkan tí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ń sọ. Sí ọ̀rọ̀ táwọn people yìí ń sọ kò make sense. Kò as in pé you dey gist with your person wey you na dey find justice. Tó bá pẹ́ on a good day tó bá pẹ́ dá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni ó yẹ kó go deep into ọ̀rọ̀ Liam. Bó kò ní ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wèrè ni a kò máa sọ kátikàtì a kò sọ díẹ̀ káwọn ara wọn yẹn lè balẹ̀ nǹkan tó máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. Ẹ pé nǹkan tó ń sọ náà kò sí nǹkan tó sọ sí tó make sense. There's nothing here to make sense nínú gbogbo tó ti sọ. I did not listen to anything tí mo lè dìmú pé Yomi sọ̀kọ̀ tó make sense. Àwọn yẹn tẹ̀ fi ń sọ fact wọn pé okay ọmọ yẹn o kò ṣe ọmọ Mohbad, you know, we know that that's what those people are saying. But òun ẹ̀wò kan tóun dá sí ẹ̀wò bóyá sọ kàtìkàtì pọ̀ mú yàmàyàmà ọ̀rọ̀ ò make sense. Ọkọ̀ tó ń ṣe. Ó tún wá tún sọ fún wọn pé òun bóun ṣe wáyé o òun ò lè bú èèyàn kan o òun ò lè ṣe. Ó máa ń sọ fún wọn sẹ́ẹ̀ and I dey listen to this guy. I always listen to this guy. Kò ní ever.
Ẹ̀dùn náà short drop bọ́lí bí ni àbí bọ́lí bí bọ́lí. Thank you. What's it from you?
A nightingale bed. And people already believe the person. The question is, even if the person you are accused comes out to sing like that, will you believe? You will still not believe. But in this case, which is, related to DNA, I think all of us, as one, should clamor that the family should go and do the DNA. Whether positive or negative, let us see it. Whether it's going to be a Jankara result, Aba result, Potangora result, or Otigba result, or Oja Bere result. Let them even do something and let us see it. We should stop accusing people when we don't have evidence. But a strong evidence is an evidence of a DNA result. The court have adjudicated on this matter.
Hello?
It was the agreement that the court had. This is the agreement. This was, and they've agreed.
There is no point.
If there is anything that I've changed,
but I don't drop body
back to the court and get this done.
It's
But
really
what the public want,
that is not fair at all.
You want to do. And don't forget, Baba Mohbad said, he knows who killed his son in one of his rhetorics, that when they do DNA, he will tell us.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to drop her now. She's not an outsider now. Why would you just drop her?
And fail them.
Anybody can drop her. Who dropped her? You should have let her drop before you drop her. Who dropped her anymore?
By doing what? Go
it's not fair.
DNA ASAP. And come
anybody
and
can drop her. Who drop her?
Do that DNA.
No. It's not fair. What is not fair is not fair. What do I mean? Who dropped Bolly B anymore? Who dropped Bolly B? You don't have to drop her. You don't have to drop her. Otumba was dropped the same thing. Who dropped Otumba? I didn't know who dropped Otumba, but she was still talking. She was saying something, and they drop a coda. She was still talking. You should, if you like, you should have bought fair. What is not fair is not fair. What is not fair is not fair. Who dropped Otumba? That's Otumba. Who went to drop Otumba now? But Koda, she was saying at one point, if you don't want to sit to her opinion, then you don't have to drop her.
5 days.
Ẹ má bẹ̀rẹ̀, let's move on kankan o. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀, let's move on kankan. She's saying her own mind. She's saying her opinion. You don't have to agree with her, but you just don't drop her. That's not fair. We should not tolerate what. She's saying her own opinion. I don't understand you people, Ajay. I don't. She does not drop in yellow that. Is she an outsider? Is she an outcast? She does not drop in yellow that. And you can daja you people. I don't understand us. Some of us we call ourselves adults. Yes, I'm a shame. Okay, listen, when you dropped her, can you hear from you? What does that bring to you? What you can feel good at you? Feel okay. Yes, you dropped her. Aboba, you drop it. Come on now. Course. Bring out the course in the video and the kinitengo. Bring out the course.
Ojabere result. Let them even do something and let us see it. We should stop accusing people when we don't even have evidence. But a strong evidence is an evidence of a DNA result. The court have adjudicated on this matter. It was the agreement that the court, this is the agreement, this was, and they've agreed. If there is anything that have changed, they know how to go back to the court and get this done. But what the public want, do what you say you want to do. And don't forget, Baba Mohbad said he knows who killed his son in one of his rhetorics, that when they do DNA, he will tell us. Now, I believe by now that postmortem results have failed everybody and failed them and have indicted them. They should try to redeem by themselves by doing what? Go and do that DNA ASAP. And come and tell us who killed your son. Do that DNA ASAP and carry this as passion over this innocent young man. I'll call him a young man because people's talk have turned Liam to a man that has a lot of controversy over him. Card as passion over an innocent young man and let it rest. And let's face whatever killed his son. That would be what I would do. Thank you very much.
A very wicked lady. If you're here, let's have you. Very wicked.
I don't really want to talk like that. But what me I want to say, I'm here, good morning, good afternoon. What me I want to say is that, to be sincere, people they are mixing things up. Talking about why they arrested this Arifa and Veronica. It is very different. What they arrest them for is what crime about. It is not about the DNA. And to be sincere, there is a lot of narrative out there about Oba being the owner of the baby, blah, 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 like this. Oba has never cleared himself concerning the baby. He only cleared himself concerning what crime about. And I feel he needs to do more. Maybe since he has been arresting those that malign his name about finding the baby, Oba should try and arrest more people that come out and spread the narrative of what is the owner of the app. I think Oba should do that too. For him to be, if that is his own way to clear himself, I think Oba should do that too. As for me, what happened in Comfy platform, that woman that come and talk about Oba, I think all that one is just something that they set up. I did not believe it at all. Because we have 3 different people in this case of who is the owner of the baby. We have some people, we have like those Team Wumi people, they believe the baby is 100% for Mohbad. We have some people in this movement also that, let me call them like anti-justice, in our mind. In fact, most of us put it in prayer. Because somebody like me, I do put it in my prayer, that at the end of the day, let this child be Mohbad child. Because me, Mohbad in my heart. And before I'll be happy about that, until if the mother can actually do the paternity and just clear the baby, clear the hair scientifically and medically. As for me, I always pray that child belongs to that to Mohbad. So we have another set of people, Team Baba. In their whole mind, that child is not for Mohbad at all. They don't even pray that child should be for Mohbad. According to, I'm talking about anybody that stands to be Baba's team. They don't even pray that child should belong to Mohbad. So, if the story is, if that narrative of that woman that come out recently is coming from the Baba team, believe me, they set it up. That is my own opinion about that. Because if you really like Mohbad and you are fighting for Mohbad, you will be praying that at the end of all these shenanigans, at the end of this, come on, let Mohbad. Only if the mother can actually prove it. It is not about somebody have the right. It is not about somebody did not have the right. No, it is about you clearing. It does not mean, if you clear the hair, it does not mean you are a coward as a mother of the child. If you clear your baby, it does not mean you don't know your right or the people are bullying you. No, it is you being the proud mother and doing it. So if that narrative is coming from Babatin, believe me, from Babatin, they are praying that child should not belong from Mohbad. But for me, as an anti-justice, at the end of all our shenanigans, I pray, come on, Mohbad, Mohbad. So that is my own song. Actually, I don't want to speak. I just want to fill the box. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that very wicked. The Mimi, can we hear you? Can we have you?
I wanted to correct something from what you said. The whole story started that the killing of Mohbad was led to that child being Oba's child. That's why Mohbad was killed. So that's why I want to correct. That's why that was the narrative they started with, and that was the same narrative that Baba Mohbad came out with. So it's not as if you're saying that it's not because of the child that they were arrested. It's a lie. The whole story they started on this TikTok was that Mohbad, it was because of Liam that Oba killed Mohbad. That was the TikTok narrative. That's what I came to correct. And secondly, Papa Mohbad was invited to the police by the Oba. And the biggest problem we have in this TikTok is that they never come back to tell you people.
Mimi,
that was how it started. No, that was how it started. If you know the beginning of this story. If you know the beginning of this story.
Please, 1 minute more. I think we should, I'll just make myself bishop, please. You can just make yourself bishop, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm also correcting the narrative. I'm correcting the narrative that they're saying that no, it was not because of the paternity of the child. That's why Arifa and others were arrested. That's not true. The whole story that started on TikTok that they were saying that, that the Oba fired Mohbad because of his child with Mohbad. That was the narrative they started with on this TikTok. Am I lying?
Maybe you can come and tell this for us. Let me go and invite you.
Yeah. I'm talking to. Am I lying? Because I've known you for a while on this case too. Is that not what they started with? That Papa Mohbad championed it also. That and they know Papa Mohbad. That's when they tied it to Oba with the petition and everything. Then TikTok formed that story. And Arifa and Veron championed it.
Let me just quickly clear something because I think it's been going on and it's been repeating itself again. I know with the IT guy and aristocrat is there. We need facts. When people speak, I think people just follow what they hear. They don't really investigate or they don't know. I'll read one of the I'll read the one that the Oba released 26th of January 2024. I'll skip, we are cancelled, blah, blah, blah. I'll skip, then I'll start. Our client's esteemed name is being sullied by one Mrs. Abosede Comfortile Somi. She has employed various social media platforms, including TikTok and Facebook, to disseminate defamatory content against our client, causing significant and ongoing damage to his reputation as the monarch of the Ikate Elegushi Kingdom within Lagos State. The said Mrs. Abosede Comfortile Somi persistently asserts a false claim in her posts on various social media platforms that our client fathered a child with one Mrs. Omomi Aloba, the wife of the late. So now you see that I know about the death. The second one is also there. Let me read the second part of the second one. The widely syndicated force, okay, we would like to respond. This one was in, I think, April last year, following the first one that I read. We would like to respond to a new desperate attempt at dragging His Royal Majesty Oba Elegushi into the needless paternity dispute over the son of Ileriolu Aloba, particularly known as Mohbad. The widely syndicated falsehood was promoted by some persons with the underlisted profile on the social media app TikTok, namely Olore B Music Production 2, Perkins Rules, and Westo for Life. Also, the same falsehood is being promoted by Auto Success, Ola, Olubukola Jesse, Tenyomo Logo, and Tolani Ilesomi. This is to inform the public that the allegation is false and a figment of the wicked imagination of these people. The Obatry blah 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 lawyer has filed a petition against these persons with the Nigerian police. So when people say he never talked about the paternity, he talked about killing Mohbad. I don't even think he's even talked about him killing Mohbad because I don't think he's really been alleged for that. People are only saying if the child does not belong to Mohbad, then it might be a motive that the father killed Mohbad, and some are saying maybe Elegushi is the father. He's not even talked about killing. Everything that he's been reading is dissociating himself from this paternity issue. So I know African TV said it, and very wickedly also said it now. So let's be clear. His publications have always been about the paternity. Thank you.
Thank you, Escape, because that's what I came up to also clear, because I've read it also. And sometimes we should do ourselves good by reading facts before we come out to discuss things. Because even when they were arguing, I had to go online to check for that story to read, and I came up to say no. Because they keep saying it's the killing. It's not the killing. It's the paternity leading to the killing. Even Papa Mohbad confirmed it in his statement. When he went on that interview on Kyosoni Alelupa, he said it. And I remember then they said the Oba they invited him to the police station to talk about this. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful afternoon.
All right, thank you for that. I mean, thing is, another thing whilst we on the subject.
Thank you for the facts.
Yeah, exactly. Whilst we're on the topic, we look at a situation to say, the emergence of the current spill of this garbage, whatever the case may be, because this thing is being debunked. The Oba, in his own right, has actually gone beyond reproach to go through legal route to deal with this issue. Now, why is this coming out again now, and who is behind it? There has to be a reason for it. But why now? And, where is it coming from?
Let me give you a quick answer, bros. Number one, the postmortem the family went to do happened to be Jankara results. People are revolting against them. They want distraction. They failed. People are telling them they've embezzled. People are telling them they've not done with well. Now, all the cocoons, all the people in their enclave, all the witches and wizards have gone for a special meeting, and they've said, how are we going to get people? Because on this justice for Mohbad, people are more 90% emotional than being logical and factual. And once you can get those people and bring another thing, so I believe they've gone to strategic sessions, and they say, which one will work? Let's go to the DNA now. DNA. And they've forgotten that even the DNA, they are the one holding it for it not to have come out. Now, these people, all they do every week that they've been doing since this matter started, every week come with a topic that will create traction, support falsehood, that will continue to make some people to pick themselves, each other, and continue to lie. Why they still under the darkness of that stupid narrative they are pushing out. Now they want to bring the Oba to it, so that people will come on it and be fighting, guru, 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 na Oba again, because it's sensational. And you can see they did not use anybody in Nigeria again. They went to use someone that have run away, that is on asylum in America, to be talking jazz, to be talking rubbish, so that some fools that don't always think true will also come out and say, yes, Oba. People should wake up. People should wake up. What is important in this thing is this. These people said when they started, Wumi did not want to collect court injunction. They gave Wumi. Wumi don't want to come to court. They went to court. They even chased their own lawyers away, saying the lawyer have connived with Wumi. At the end of the day, the court listened. The court did not even pronounce. The court only upheld the two parties' agreement. Till date, they've not fulfilled it. And they will continue to blame other people than them. It is people with psychological defects that do that. And it is called projection in psychology. You project your faults, not be you they at fault, now other people. And that is what these people are doing. For me, I always think, Creator, I not send them. If we want anything at this stage, they've done the postmortem, Olule. You pay for postmortem, your pathologist is telling you the person that did not pay for it is the person that will see the result. You took the postmortem from places we go see. You now say you went to do it in Spain. You went to do toxicology in Spain. You went to look for a pathologist that handled the case of Sylvester that was controversy. It is the same controversial pathologist that you went to employ. How on earth? Who are these people, Seth? Why are people following these people?
Aristocrat, that pathologist is not the one that handled Romani's case. So they're just lying. They don't know what they're saying. It's a different
You
pathologist.
can see lies at every turn you go.
They're just lying.
These people, it just lies, man. Lies. And I think whether anybody is doing for this, for that, we should begin to think like the public. These people, for me, pitching against each other on this matter since 2023 is because of false narrative. They pitch the public against themselves to cover plenty things that they've been doing. And people should wake up. I don't know. We'll come now, we'll go to speak English. I beg. Boss, no verso.
Is it not fair to say that if he who goes to equity should go with clean hands? I mean, when the state did their own autopsy and toxicology, you were so bent on knowing where they did it. You went to protest there, but now you've done your own. You cannot even give the people who contributed the name of where you did it in Spain. Is that not?
What kills me about the process from Joseph Aloba's camp, including the stinking sinkers and the rest of them, is that Ojukoroju Ole, when you've literally stolen public money, you've gazumped it. And we know you are better off running away, hiding somewhere, going into hibernation with your tail between your legs, than to keep coming public. Because I don't even know. The latest one with Joseph Aloba coming out and all these people coming out is just a replay of a broken record. It's something they've done before. We're not buying it. And I don't know whether they're selling it to themselves. And I really do not know whether dementia is actually kind of set to play. Now, you've failed. The inquest is there. You've done your secondary autopsy and toxicology. You have absolutely nothing to report. You also want to kind of disjoint the process by trying to link your outcome and everything you've done to the money you've actually stolen in the first place. And, these manners of criminality Because this is just criminality. This is just a situation where we don't care because there's no transparency and we don't care about your accountability. Now, if the death of someone, the demise and the death of Mohbad is actually caused you guys to raise this money and you've made a judicious decision to gazume the money, you need to, if you want to set the record straight, we need to put a different DJ in. You need to realize that we're not playing changers anymore. We are not doing CDs anymore. We are not doing cassettes anymore.
You're not to tán síbẹ̀ yẹn. So, kí lẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ ń sì yìí o? Ọ̀túnba Papariano.
Call for contribution for them to be able to realize some certain money. In fact, they even used Baba Mohbad. Yet things didn't go well. So Country Queen and Chairman came to my platform. And I remember asking Country Queen that day, Country Queen, do you know when this GoFundMe was created? She said recently, about 2 weeks ago. I said no. This is an old GoFundMe activated. And Chairman just came in because Country Queen, she loses, she doesn't even know what to say. So I then felt like, I don't want to embarrass them. That after all, inquest, and that time inquest has come and gone. People were saying, in fact, Chantal, I don't know when any of you were here. You guys, it was even my people that were pressuring me. That now inquest has come and gone now. That we were thinking the inquest would end, this guys will just make money and get away with it. Why I said that we only pay after the inquest, after we have seen that this inquest is not going to be the end, then we can now re-strategize. But for all this time that we wasted, we didn't do nothing, and suddenly you guys bring contribution. I said, I will not part of it. It's go fraud me. Nobody should talk about it. They were pressuring me that right now my word has come, that the inquest continues. Then Chairman was here, Country Queen was here. And when I spoke to them, I looked at it that, okay, there are still other things that we want to do. And in fact, Wahab Samshit has received an order to go carry out autopsy, toxicology and autopsy. He has received the order from the court. Something which I've always been promoting, that we should do our own autopsy. Then at this time, I've read that okay, this autopsy toxicology, money has to be contributed for it. So then announce it, everybody on my platform.
Papariano,
please.
You are mixing it up. They don't approve anything then. How would you say they approve anything then? Why are they not going to Brekete at that time? At April? And acknowledge that they used you to scam the public.
No.
Scam you too.
No.
Which was, they have not approved anything. They only approved it for them June, July.
Wait. Let me recollect. Please wait. The Wahab Shitu has come to the first inquest.
And Arif was arrested that day.
And I remember. The inquest was not ending. Right? That was his first inquest, which I was thinking the inquest will end.
And so spending talk that day. Spending. Fainted. It was the day spending was March. It was the first time spending fainted.
Spending was March.
And they arrested Arifat March then.
Don't forget, spending came twice.
Yes.
February, there was no inquest. Inquest was 15 March. Right?
Yes.
And then April 15 again.
Yes.
So the second one was the one that Sanshit was present. As of March, there was no Sanshit.
No, they said yes. They were soliciting for the
exactly. So it was the April 15 that Sanshit was present. So after that inquest, and I have been calling out Odumosu that it's not doing anything. That baby lawyer, legal team, don't forget, I've been calling out legal team during all those periods. I was never on their side. And people were hating me for all
I
this.
was saying they were scammers, and I'm saying
please. When you say scammer, you can't say somebody is a scammer. You have to show proof what they did.
Papariano,
You did.
let me come to this case.
The reason
was it
why
not clear to you? Was it not clear?
Don't mix this up. Don't mix. I agreed to that. Let me clear this up. I agreed that there was no autopsy at the time. Autopsy was granted later because I think that was June. I recall it. So in that April, because I've given my words that I was thinking inquest will end, but inquest is not ending. So everybody in my live stream, Papariano, I will be the first person to pay. I know I've been saying, go fraud me, let's not contribute to it. And then I paid $200 cash. And I told Chairman, you are the one working with Mohbad. You are the one that understood them. Me, I am not connected to them. I will pay this money and I will activate for everybody to start contributing. But, like you said, you're an accountant or whatever, you must give accountability. And Chairman promised me, he said yes. He took complete responsibility that he will do it. In fact, to the core, that no matter what, and everybody on my platform, they clapped. And immediately I took my phone and I sent $200 into that account because I felt like I'm not a god. And these poor people, even Muyiwa was begging. Muyiwa begged for minutes, for almost 30 minutes. And I said, no, there's no go fraud me, we will not pay money into it. And I think that was 10 days. And I paid because I saw that inquest was not ending, which was a major reason. And I was the first person against the go fraud me because everybody was dragging me at the time. Even West, everybody was dragging me because I said nobody should pay into it. And I'm a host, so you should know that it will go far. And anti-justice too were supporting it, and they were making it like a big issue. That's what I said. I was the first person.
Do you want me to play proof for you? Do you want to play proof for you? That day when you donated that money, I was angry at you, and you dropped me from your platform. And you see
what
that?
What do you mean you were angry at me? I said I have to make my words. I have to fulfill my words. I said that we can only contribute money if inquest is not ending. If we want to do something before, we want to do our own private autopsy, which they have listed all those things in the GoFundMe. They will do that. No. You are trying to act as if you are the one acting for accountability. Don't make it look like because they are accountability. You are not acting. You are not acting. You are just the one
I'm telling you, for you to have donated money in GoFundMe.
Tell them. Because I donated, it's because I trusted that something will be done. They didn't fraud me. They didn't fraud me for me to call them criminal. If you are calling them criminal, somebody has not stolen from you, you're calling them criminal. Doesn't make sense. Okay, I give them benefit of doubt that, okay, now let us do this. That what will you guys do with the money? Then they listed many things that they will do. They put booking name, they put light on name, they put many names. And I was calling them every day that, okay.